That's okay. Do you need to take care of it? Okay. Still waiting for this to load, but we are live. There we are. Great. Okay, well, good morning and welcome back to another WCN Live here in the Wilson County News Break Room. My name is Kristen Weaver. I'm the Director of Operations, and today I have Stevie joining us for a conversation about Hog Wild Junktique, and we'll be talking about that shortly. First, I'd like to thank our sponsor, the Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet. The dealerships are located here in Floresville on 181, right next to each other, and you can shop literally all makes and models between them, as well as a huge service department to serve your needs and even for careers. So thank you, the Price Way, for your sponsorship of all these WCN Live, this series. So we appreciate you and thank you. All right. Well, next I'm going to have Stevie draw me a winner. So let me explain. Every week when we're live, we ask that you share this video, give it a like, but also if you would post a comment in the comments section, that will get your name into our drawing the next week. And great, we already have several of you joining us and with some good questions to start. So what I'm going to do is have Stevie draw a winner from last week's comments, and that person is going to win this gift basket, which was left for us from last week's conversation about the Floresville Fitness Committee's Diabetes Walk, which is happening this Saturday, November 23rd. So you can still join that effort here in Floresville, and that gift basket will be going to, draw me a winner. Great.
Sherry
Manti. Great. Yeah, thank you. And Sherry is joining us today. Sherry, you win this awesome gift goodie basket, really. Lots of cool items in here that I know you'll enjoy making use of. So I'll also reach out to you on Facebook Messenger later. But congratulations, Sherry. You win this gift basket. And just to give them one more plug, the Diabetes Walk is happening here at the Floresville Sports Complex this Saturday, November 23rd. And yeah, anyone can join. It's in the morning, and go check it out and build awareness for diabetes, because that's what that's all about. And you can go watch our video last week from our Facebook as well as from our website to see what that was. Okay, great. Well, now it's time for introductions, so we're going to get into our conversation today. Stevie, you are with Hog Wild Junktique, and tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and a little background.
I'm from a little bitty town in Illinois. I've been here since I've been 9.
Okay.
So,
great. You went to school on the south side?
Yeah,
went
south
to
side of San Antonio.
Highlands, so you're familiar with the area, but you've been here a while.
Yes, I've been in Floresville at least 10 years, if not a little bit, if not a few more years.
Yeah, and your kids go to Floresville, right? So
I have 5 kids in Floresville.
Wow.
Schools.
That's great. So now tell me, so right now you have this wonderful little vendor mall and thrift store that you're doing. You've had some experience with those in the past too. Before we get into that, you have an interesting background. So you haven't always had the Hog Wild thrift stores and Junktique kind of things, but what did you do in your past life? Or kind of do on
I've
the
been
side?
a ranch hand mostly, all kinds of different stuff from fencing to mostly welding. In the last 5 years, mostly welding.
Yeah.
But
so
generally I've done a lot of animal work in general.
Yeah.
So I've trimmed hoofs for years. I still do it when
Nice.
my regulars call me.
Yeah.
So not horses. I won't do horses. Just exotic goats and llamas, pigs. I've done a giraffe before.
Oh my gosh, that is pretty fascinating. Yeah. Well, very good. I'd say that's a pretty good, rich background there that you have. So let's jump into then tell us what Hog Wild Junktique is and how you got your start in this particular business.
Well, the Hog Wild Junktique is my 5th store, my 5th thrift store. Yeah. This one's kind of not so much a thrift store. It's a vendor mall and a thrift store.
Okay.
But this is my 5th one.
Great.
My first one, I got a building. I had a 6 months lease, and I was going to open a bakery in it, or a small little bakery. And I ended up not being able to open the building because the building wasn't the right type of building. So I turned it into a thrift store. And then when my lease was up, I closed it.
Yeah, yeah. So lots of experience with different store concepts,
Yes.
Creatively displaying your items and showcasing and having a lot of different items, it sounds like, for your customers. Well, I saw your tag is like getting the best deals.
Yes.
Right? That's kind of what you have a
I'm
knack
a very
for.
frugal person, and I like to be
Yes.
able to pass that on.
Very good. Well, how did you arrive on the name Hog Wild?
Because my prices are so good, you're supposed to be able to go hog wild while you're shopping.
That's cool. I like that. That would be a great customer experience to have. And now, so where are you located now?
I'm on 181 between 775 and 1604 by the groom room.
Okay.
Well, I'm in between the groom room and LC Materials.
Okay.
Kind of across the street from Las Lagunas.
Pretty good visual, to give me a visual of where you're located. I think that tells us pretty good. Okay, then let's talk about, so is there a history to the building? You said like it's 3,000 square feet?
Yeah, it's roughly about 3,000 square foot.
Yeah. What was there before? Is there any history
I
to
believe
that?
my landlords moved it there. I believe it used to be a radiologist office. And I got it ready in 2 weeks to move in.
Wow, that's great. Great.
My landlords were a lot of help as well.
That's good. That's great. So let's see. Tell us what the store is like.
I have 24 vendors in there and myself. I have the main floor has mainly my stuff in it, and then a big room off the main floor that has clothes in it. And it's just so much that I'm gonna leave it at $1 a piece. So hopefully, what goes around comes around, and people can afford to be able to go in there and get stuff. I have people that go in there and get their kids' clothes and business clothes, and been selling a lot of winter stuff lately. So.
Great. It does sound like a place to really check out. And what kind of items, well, you kind of went into that. You want to go into more detail about the different items, clothing and...
So, I have a room that's in there that's mainly like the 80s. It has VHS in it, DVDs, toys, all kinds of stuff like that. It's one of the first rooms. In the first hallway, we also have a Pokemon vendor, and he sells all kinds of different Pokemon stuff and sport memorabilia. Across from that, all kinds of stuff like that. And then directly forward, the 2 rooms, the one on the right, that lady has a lot of glassware and Longaberger baskets and just all kinds of different things. She's got it very set up nicely. So does the other lady. She's really good at decorating, and her as well. She has a little bit of everything. I couldn't even tell you exactly what all she has. And then one of my booths in the hallway is handmade cups, like not tumblers, but glass cups and coffee tumblers, I guess. And then across from there, I have 3 vendors on the wall that have a lot of Army stuff, tools, random stuff. I couldn't even tell you what. And then the first room on the left is a lot of antiques, and he also has a little bit of everything: signs, metal signs, just kind of unique older stuff, garagey stuff. I couldn't even explain. The next one on the right, they have a lot of baseball cards. He also has a little bit of everything in there too, but I would say generally a lot of sports memorabilia and stuff like that, DVDs, little trinkets and stuff like that. The next one over from him, she makes little boards, charcuterie boards.
Charcuterie.
I can't even say it.
Charcuterie.
But those kind of boards, all kinds of different woodwork.
Neat.
And then like little figurine stuff. There's a lot of pops in there. The next one over is my landlord's booth, and they have a little bit of everything in there too. Some furniture, some purses, some clothes, a lot of little boy stuff. And then the next room over, there's a lady that does in-house alterations on clothes.
Oh, wow.
You drop it off, and normally, within a day or 2 or so, she can have it ready for you. You can come in and she can fit you for whatever. And then she also has a little bit of everything in her room: glassware, scarves, hats. She has a little bit of everything.
Wow.
And that's pretty much it down that hallway. We also have a booth that's there for the Wilson County low cost spay and neuter.
Oh,
so they have a lot of
great.
pet stuff.
Okay.
Right across from her, right now, she has a lot of ornaments and toys. She always sells a lot of toys, and right now she's got a little bit of ornaments mixed in there, vintage and new. A lot of Hot Wheels. And towards the back, we have a vendor that's selling a lot of books.
Great. That does sound like a very
and
wide
jewelry.
variety. And jewelry. That's good. So, for things that you need, get great deals, gifts, and all kinds
We
of
have lots
decor.
of good gifts for Christmas. I'll be doing a wrapping service for Christmas where it'll be $1 a gift to wrap. You bring your own paper, and I just wrap it for $1.
Oh, that's cute.
So a lot of the guys that don't want to wrap stuff, they'll bring me all their kids' presents, and I'll wrap them up.
That's very interesting. Great. So it sounds like, do you do consignment?
Not really, no. My store's so full as it is. Yeah. So
you're kind of full with, what if someone wanted to be a vendor?
I don't have any openings at the moment, and I have a list already.
Wow.
I kind of handpicked all of my vendors.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want one of a bunch of certain things. I kind of wanted, everybody to get along, and everything I wanted to keep it a little bit of everything. I didn't want one room to be one thing, and then 2 other rooms had the same thing. So I kind of handpicked all my vendors.
Interesting. Very good. Yeah, it really does sound like a great place to get a good deal.
Yes.
Yeah, and really probably take your time. There's a lot to look through. So to really get a good shopping experience and go hog wild. Yeah, I could agree. Great. Well, where can we go to learn more about your business?
Facebook. I post as much as I can on Facebook.
Okay. Great. Good. Great. Well, you've got some great comments today. Hi to everybody. Thanks for joining us, Sherry. And Angel wants to know, what good deals do you offer on a daily basis? If that's a way you can answer that question.
The only thing I can think of daily is the clothes room would be my best deal, because I mean, for $1 you can't beat that. You can't get that anywhere else. Furniture, I try to keep furniture in, and I like to keep it moving. It's big, and normally I'm there by myself. I do have 2 other ladies that help me, but beside them, I'm normally there by myself. So I like to keep the furniture going, because I don't want to have to move it in there to bring in other stuff all by myself.
Yeah, and that keeps things fresh too, moving it out quickly. Great. Let's see what else they've said.
We have markets every 3rd Saturday of the month.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you're doing a lot of cool stuff. I'd say you'd probably see that from the highway.
Yes, I have a big sign that I put out the day before. We also are doing one every first Friday night, but I'm not sure if we're going to continue that with the time change and it being so dark so early. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to see how the next one goes and decide whether to keep it going or not.
Yeah. And Sherry wants to know if you take donations.
Yes, we do take donations.
Okay.
And so my clothes room, I couldn't tell you exactly how big it is, but it's not very big. So we have a church. There's a man here in Floresville that picks it up, and he has a church in San Antonio, and he picks up for me. I would like him to pick up once a week, but I can't keep up with it sometimes. So
that's great.
He picks up clothes and other things for homeless people that he does a lot of work with, and he's starting to do work with families now as well. So we're trying to get a lot more kids stuff to him too.
That's nice. That's good to know. Yeah, wow, I've just learned so much, all these things that you're offering. Good question, Sharon. Vendors, do they have their own hours, or what are your hours?
My hours are 7 days a week, 9 to 6.
9 to 6. Good. And you can shop everything.
Yes. I always tell people generally that I'm there later than 6 o'clock. So a lot of people get off at 6, and if they still want to shop, if my Suburban's there, I'm more than welcome to come in and shop, because if I'm there, I'd rather have a customer than not have one at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And good question, Carrie, or someone asked on here, to find you on Facebook, we look up Hog Wild Junktique. Good. So Carrie,
I believe there's a green logo with pigs on it.
Great.
And my sign is the other picture that's on there.
Cool.
A little flowery purple sign.
Awesome. Well, that covers what their questions have been, and really appreciate all your response on here. Oh, Angel asked, are there any hunting items, knives, accessories, and other outdoor goods?
Yes. So that middle room, when you walk in the hall to the left, the middle room on the right-hand side also has hunting knives, and he's getting into gunsmithing.
Wow.
So we might try to squeeze that in somewhere into the building as well.
Wow, that's great. Good to know. And thank you, Nanette, for sharing the direct link to the Facebook. Appreciate that. Cool. Was there anything we left out? Anything you'd like to share outside of what we've already covered?
I'll be doing an angel tree for Christmas. I have a lady that works in a program in Floresville that has some kids that don't get a lot of help because they're out in the counties. So we're going to have an angel tree that people can come and pick from and buy Christmas presents for those children that may not get them otherwise.
Yeah, that's really nice. Very good. Alyssa asked if there's an adult room.
No.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Well, that pretty much answers the questions we had here. Remind everybody again where you're located. You're on 181.
I'm on 181 between 775 and 1604, about halfway going north towards San Antonio.
Great. And kind of sort of like in the Las Lagunas area.
Yes.
Room.
If some people know Castaways, it's another thrift store up the road from me.
Okay.
They're a nonprofit thrift store. I'm about 3 or 4 driveways down from them.
Great.
And then, like I said, right before me too is LC Materials. And so as soon as you see the gravel and the big trucks and stuff, I'm directly right after them.
Okay. Good. And you can find her on Facebook. And you're open 7 days a week?
7 days a week, 9 to 6.
That's pretty good hours. Well, really appreciate you coming on WCN Live today. Appreciate you taking the time and sharing what you're doing with your business, which is fascinating. And good job, good work. We'll have to get into the store because it sounds like a great place to visit. Helen says, hi, Stevie.
Hello.
Yeah, so really appreciate you coming on. Thank you all for joining us and for all of your wonderful comments today. We appreciate you, and we want to thank our sponsor, The Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet, located here in Floresville on 181 next to each other. You can shop all makes and models, as well as a huge service department and even careers. Thank you, The Price Way, for your sponsorship of WCN Live. And thank you all again for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you again the next time on Wednesday at 10 a.m. See you then. Thanks.